Hey guys, welcome back to SG Carmart Reviews. So I think most of you will probably know the BYD brand from the mask that we are wearing. I mean, this is a BYD mask. And you know, they make a lot of masks, right? They actually have the world's largest mask factory. And according to them, they can make up to 5 million masks a day, which is just a crazy number, right? But obviously, they are more than just mask makers, right? They are actually a massive manufacturing company. And among the many things that they do make, they also make cars. Cars like this, the brand new BYD Atto 3. Did you know that you could be losing up to $5,000 in value when you trade in your car? Coates uses its network of dealers to get you the best price possible. In fact, they're so confident on getting you the best price, if you sell your car for a higher price, they'll give you $100. Don't just take our word for it, look at the hundreds of raving reviews on their service. To find out more, visit coates.com.sg, that's QUOTZ.com.sg. First, let's talk about design. So this is what BYD calls its Dragon Face 3.0 design language. I don't know what that means because to me it looks nothing like a dragon or a face, but I must say it's quite a modern looking car, right? So we have the redesigned BYD logo and you know, it's all a very sleek, clean look. And interestingly enough, this is actually a light strip. So combined with the LED headlights, actually at night it makes for quite a distinctive light signature. The BYD Atto 3 is priced at $184,888. The electric motor produces 201 brake horsepower and 310 Nm of torque. The single-speed transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 7.3 seconds. The 60.5 kWh battery provides a drive range of 480 km. For more details on the BYD Atto 3 or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make a smart choice on your next car. So here we actually do have some patterning that I guess looks kinda like dragon scales. But if we continue on to the back, again similar to the front, we have your tail lights that are connected via this light strip. So you get that sort of single continuous light signature, right? And again, like the front, I think it does make for quite a distinctive light signature, especially at night. Now, as far as boot space is concerned, we have an electric tailgate and this opens up to a 440-litre boot. And for its class, it's actually pretty sizable. It will easily fit our big luggage. It won't pass the anti-trolley length test, unfortunately, but you could always knock down the rear seats to get more boot space. One thing to note, the boot lip is actually quite tall, so it's one of those things where you kind of have to lift things up before you pull them out. And if you're the kind that, you know, wants to hang out and sit on the boot, kind of have to balance quite precariously because, you know, it's quite a long drop down. Now let's go check out the inside of the car. So, rear seats, as far as space is concerned, I do have a good amount of leg room and a decent amount of headroom as well. I would say for a car in this class, I think it is relatively spacious. One thing I really like about this car are the seats. They are super comfortable. So the cushioning here is very soft and plush, and you know, that makes for a very comfortable riding experience, right? Now if we slide onto the middle, because this is an EV, we have a completely flat floor, so I can sit very comfortably in the middle seat as well. So this will very easily fit 3 people. Now as far as amenities are concerned, we have one USB-A and one USB-C port. And we have rear aircon vents as well. And we have ISOFIX points here as well as here. Now let's go jump into the driver's seat. So here in the driver's seat, first impressions, it is quite weird. So there are a lot of things going on, right? So there's a whole bunch of like concentric shapes here and complex lines and contours going on. And according to BYD, you know, there's a whole bunch of design inspirations, right? So this is inspired by muscle sinews, this is inspired by dumbbell, this is inspired by other sort of exercising things. And if I'm being honest, I'm not exactly sure why anyone would choose those as design inspirations, especially inside a car, right? And there's even more. So we have these like odd door handles that you open like that instead of like that. And we have these Gucheng inspired strings on the doors that actually makes notes. So if you are a musician, you can actually try to play a funny song on this. But yeah, you know, initially it's quite overwhelming, right? There's a lot of design choices here that makes you sort of scratch your head a little bit. And to add on to that, we also have this. So the screen rotates. And you know, it's quite cool, right? I think initially the first time you see it, you're like, oh wow, the screen can rotate. And I think there's that wow factor when you have passengers in the car and you do this and like, oh my god. But I'll be honest, I'm actually struggling to figure out what actual functional purpose that serves, because you still get the same functionality in the screen. And to be fair, the functionality in the screen is pretty good, right? This is pretty much like any modern smartphone or tablet. So you have a whole bunch of features. You can open it up such that you can see your different like tabs, right? And then you can close it, that kind of thing. You can adjust all your settings here. You have, Bluetooth, all kinds of things. We even have this very useful 360 view, and you can even see underneath the car. So there's like a transparency mode or something like that. So there's a lot of functionality here, but it's as per most modern infotainment systems, right? What does this add? Nothing, I guess. You can adjust your aircon controls and stuff like that. And it works very well. It looks quite nice. My only thing is I wish I had physical aircon controls, but it's by far not the worst sort of all digital interface I've used. One thing that's kind of funny or a little bit comical is how small this dashboard is. The graphics are good, they are very clear, very obvious, very easy to read. It's just very small compared to everything else going on in the cabin, right? However, once you get over the initial weirdness and almost absurd nature of some of the design choices in this cabin, you come to realize that this is actually a quality space. So it's well designed, I think it's well built. We have plenty of functionality, so we have like, a sunroof, we have wireless charging, all your controls are neatly packaged here. And it feels well built, feels quite high quality, and more than anything, it feels very comfortable. So again, just like in the rear seats, I like these front seats that are very, very well cushioned. And I must say, I do also like this oriental pattern on the seats. So yeah, you kind of need to get over the initial, ooh, there's a lot of things happening. And then you realize that, it's just a solid car, right? So now let's go drive this on the road and see how it performs. According to BYD, this Atto 3 uses a single electric motor that produces 201 brake horsepower and 310 Newton meters of torque. I'll be honest, I'm not sure where that performance is because I don't actually feel it under my right foot. So typically with any EV, if you just put your foot down, you get an instant torque, right? You can quickly accelerate. So now if I put my foot flat to the floor, I'm going, it takes a while to get up to speed. And it's quite strange because typically, again, with an EV, you expect that instant acceleration, but here you almost have a two-phase acceleration where you get an initial pickup and then it starts to really pull. And as a result, this car doesn't feel very quick. Is that necessarily a bad thing though? I'm not convinced it is because, this is, after all, a practical runabout EV, right? There's no illusions about being a sporty car. And I do like that it's just kind of relaxed, easy going, and you don't feel obliged to drive this car quickly in any way, right? It's quick enough for day-to-day use. You can overtake people reasonably easily, but you're not going to impress anyone with your outright speed. Where you will impress people though is with how comfortable this car is. This car is really, really, really comfortable. So with bumps on the road, this car just absolutely absorbs everything with ease, right? You don't really feel anything. It almost floats over bumps very, very, very nicely. And I really like that about this car. It's just super comfortable. Even on big humps on the road, you can almost go over the humps without actually even braking. So functionally, that's what this car is about. This car is about comfort, right? It's about the whole feeling of relaxation and just an easy drive, and this really accomplishes that. Additionally, you also have a whole bunch of assistance features. So we have dynamic cruise control, so you can adjust the distance for you, and we have the lane keeping function as well, or full speed range ACC is what they call it, or ICC, I don't know. But basically the car can steer for you, keep you in the middle of the lane, that kind of thing. And that's useful for when you just don't feel like doing too much of the driving, right? One other thing, as far as range goes on this car, it's actually quite impressive. So I'm now down to 39% of charge left, or 39% of battery left, and according to the car, I have 186 kilometers of range. So if you do the math, it comes up to about 470 something on a full 100% charge, and that's honestly pretty good because, you know, BYD claims that this car can do 480. So if you're doing 470 something, it's a very believable number. And you know, this has a 60.5 kilowatt hour battery, and that's a pretty sizable battery for a car in this class. My only real complaint, well, sort of gripe with this car is the regenerative braking. So here we have two modes. We have standard and we have high. And even on high, you know, if I come off the throttle, it doesn't actually regenerative brake that much. This is a preference kind of thing. You know, some people really hate that feeling, some people like it. Personally, I'm the sort of person that I do like the one pedal drive feel, so I would like a higher level of regenerative braking. So that's the only thing that I would personally change about how this car drives. Other than that, I do like how this car drives. You know, it's just comfortable, relaxing, and you know, gets me from place to place. So the new BYD Atto 3, is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? For me, this is a will buy, and that's primarily just because of the price. So this car is priced at 178,888, and if you look in the EV market right now, cars like your Leafs, your Kona Electrics, your Ioniq Electrics, they are asking for somewhere in the range of 160 to 170. And yes, it's cheaper, but you do get significantly smaller batteries in those cars, and I think in this car you do get quite a lot more car for your money, right? And if you talk about the next step up in the price bracket, you know, your things like your Polestars and your Teslas, you're easily looking at 220 upwards. So that's quite a big price jump to that next level, right? So for where it's positioned, for what you're getting, I think you're getting a lot of value for your money actually. There's no real getting around the newness of the BYD brand or the strangeness and unfamiliarity of some of the design choices in this car. So you know, with this interior, it's quite eccentric, right? But I think it's one of those things where the more time you spend with it, you kind of just get used to it, and then eventually I think it's one of those things where you just don't think about it too much. So this is a car that I think, yes, it's wrapped in a quite quirky exterior outfit, right? But underneath the EV bones of this car, I must say it feels well designed, well built, and well executed. And it should be. You know, right now BYD is already the largest EV manufacturer in the world. So while the brand may be new to people in Singapore, BYD is not new to EVs at all. And I think the Atto 3 is well designed, well built EV that makes a lot of practical sense, right? So priced as it is, I think it has every chance to make inroads to the Singapore market as well. Alright, so that's our review of the new BYD Atto 3. Let us know what you think about this car in the comment section below. Do also like and subscribe to this channel. I know 80% of you aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. We're also on TikTok, so follow us on TikTok. We are at SG Carmart. So until next time, see you soon. Bye. Wrong. No. I need to talk a bit more about that. Wow, sweating like a dog. And your Kona Electrics and Ioniq. Okay, 3. Right, we have this real.
Sometimes I think about you.